We love our mum, the Berenstain bears. It was springtime in bear country, and everything was fresh and fragrant. The trees were budding in the bright springtime green. The lilacs were in full bloom. Early butterflies flitted from tulip to daffodil, and all the mothers of bear country were busy taking care of their little ones. Mama Robin was feeding worms to her chirping little fledglings. Mama Rabbit was teaching her baby bunnies how to hop. Mama Frog was taking a jar full of tadpoles out for a stroll. And in the bear family's treehouse, Mama Bear was taking care of her cubs. It was breakfast time, and Mama was cooking pancakes for the family. Mama's pancakes not only tasted good, they looked good too. She made them into little bear faces for brother, sister, and Honey. They always like to eat the ears off first. "Thank you, Mama," they sang, pouring lots of honey on the steaming hot pancakes. Mama Bear took care of her cubs in plenty of other ways too. She washed their clothes. She sewed their buttons back on their clothes when they popped off. She bandaged their boo-boos when they skinned their knees or stubbed their toes. She gave them baths, read them stories, and tucked them in at night. She gave them hugs when they woke up with bad dreams. All day, every day, Mama Bear was there for her cubs.
"Well, I'm off to Grizzly Gran,"
said Papa, finishing up his breakfast.
"A rocker on her favourite rocking chair came loose and I fixed it for her."
"Can we come?" asked sister and brother.
"Of course,"
said Papa.
"Grizzly Gran and Grams will be very glad to see you."
Papa loaded the rocking chair and they set off. "Look at all the springtime babies and their mums," said sister.
"Spring is a time for new babies,"
said Papa.
"and for their mothers too. And don't forget, Mother's Day is coming up."
Brother and sister had forgotten about Mother's Day. They needed to figure out what they were doing for their mama on her special day. "Howdy, Gran Cubs," said Grizzly Gramps when they arrived. "Always great to see you." Gran tried out her rocking chair. "Why, it's as good as new," she said. "Thank you, son. You're so good to me."
"Gee, Ma,"
said Papa.
"it was just a loose rocker."
"Well, little things like that mean a lot to us mums." Gran smiled and gave Papa a kiss. "Now, cubs, come look at what I'm working on." She had a big scrapbook on the table. "This is my mama book," she explained. "It holds so many good memories." She pointed to a picture of a pretty young bear holding a baby, like this. "Who's that?" asked Brother. "That's me," Gran smiled. "You look so young," said Sister. "I was young," Gran laughed. "That's your papa when he was born." "Our father?" they said. "You mean Papa?" "Of course," said Gran. "But he's so little," they both said. "Yes," agreed Gran. "He has grown."
"Well, Mom,"
said Papa.
"we've got to go, but we will see you next week on Mother's Day. We are all going out to brunch at the old Grizzly Inn."
On the way home, Brother and Sister thought about their day. That scrapbook and Papa doing nice things meant so much to Gran. "We need to do something special for Mama on Mother's Day," said Sister.
"How about making a mama's book like Gran's?"
suggested Papa.
"You could put together a scrapbook all about being a mother."
"Yes," said Brother. "We can use the family photos from the old box in the closet. A Mama's book for our own Mama Bear," said Sister, nodding. When they got home, Brother and Sister sneaked the box of photos out of the closet, took it to their room, and got to work. They spread the pictures on the floor and went through them. They used one of their school notebooks for a scrapbook. They picked and chose, cut and pasted, lettered and coloured, and by supper time, they were done. They hid the finished scrapbook away in their drawer. They couldn't wait for Mother's Day to arrive. A week later, Brother, Sister, Papa, and Honey went into Mama and Papa's room first thing in the morning. "Happy Mother's Day," they called. "Here's your present, Mama." "For me?" said Mama sleepily. "How nice." And she unwrapped her present. "Why, it's a Mama's book just like Gran's," she said. "How wonderful. I've always wanted one like this." "Thank you, my dears." And she gave them all a big hug and a kiss. Then she opened the book to the first page. It had pictures of Mama with her 3 babies, Brother, Sister, and Honey. "You are so cute, Brother," said Mama. "So round and plump. We called you Chubby Cubby." Sister laughed. But you, sister, said Mama, you cried all the time. We called you cranky paws. It was Brother's turn to laugh. Then Honey came along, said Mama. She was so sweet, we just called her Honey. Honey pointed to her picture. Baby, she said. The rest of the scrapbook was full of all kinds of pictures of their family. There was Brother learning to ride a bike, Sister on her first day of school, and Honey waving. There were birthdays, picnics, vacations, school plays, soccer games, and Thanksgiving dinners. There were all the things that Mama would want to remember about her cubs growing up. There was a tear in Mama's eye when she came to the end. Thank you, my dears, she said again, hugging them all. This is the most wonderful Mother's Day gift I have ever gotten. Happy Mother's Day, Mama, Brother and Sister said. Happy, said Honey.
And now,
said Papa,
it's time for us all to get ready to take Mama and Gran out for their Mother's Day brunch.
And that is exactly what they did.